Clearly, our poll shows there are conflicting views about the vaccine and whether to get it. But here at this clinic in Maryland, folks are starting to line up for their chance to be protected.
Across the country, hordes of people are lining up to get the H1N1 vaccine. But as our new poll shows, not everyone is so eager. Of the 40% of parents who say they will not vaccinate their children, the main concern, the vaccine's safety. 53% of those parents say they're worried about side effects or whether the vaccine has been tested enough. Ellen Calamari has decided her son will go without.
I just feel that this vaccine was developed very quickly, and I'm just not comfortable with that.
Anti-vaccine protesters demonstrated yesterday outside the CDC, worried about a link between vaccines and autism, even though studies have found no connection. What is clear is the toll of H1N1 so far, over 900 deaths, including 43 children just since the end of August. Flu hotspots include Ohio, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, and Illinois.
Spring. George?
Lisa Stark, thanks. And let's bring in our senior health and medical editor, Richard Besser. Welcome back again. And let's zero in right at the beginning on this 40% number, because that number did surprise me. Almost 4 out of 10 parents don't want their kids to get the vaccine. Seems like a high number.
Well, it does seem like a high number, but if you look at it the other way, 60% of parents are going to get their children vaccinated. That's more than twice the number who vaccinate their children for seasonal flu every year. So if they follow through, that's partial good news.
Yet these 40%, they're very, very clear on why this isn't happening. Almost half of them say they just don't believe this vaccine is safe.
Well, you know, there is a widespread misconception that the H1N1 vaccine has been rushed to market without safety testing. It actually has gone through more safety testing than the seasonal flu vaccine goes through every year. There were studies done in the spring to look at whether you needed 1 dose or 2 to get an immune response, and that's provided data on more than 3,000 people and has shown that for those individuals it's been very safe.
A whole nother set of concerns. I guess it's not a concern. It's people who think that the flu just isn't all that severe. And the comedian Bill Maher has been on something of a crusade on this issue.
This is not a very serious flu.
Okay.
Let's be honest.
Then read.
There must be something more to this. I cannot believe, excuse me, I cannot believe that a perfectly healthy person died of this swine flu. That person was not perfectly healthy. Western medicine misses a lot.
A lot of people just don't like vaccines. They'd rather take their chances with the flu.
Yeah, you know, I have to disagree a little bit with Mr. Maher. You know,
that noted health expert.
Exactly. Well, the studies looking at risk. Almost half of the adults who've been hospitalized with this flu had no underlying risk factors that doctors were aware of. Maybe there was something doctors didn't know, but clearly, if you're not aware of a risk factor, that's an issue. And of the children who've died, a third of those children did not have underlying risk factors. So it is something to take seriously, but not to overhype.
And how about this question of supply? We heard last
46 states are reporting H1N1 as widespread, with more than 1,000 deaths and 20,000 hospitalizations. And while an average case is usually no more dangerous than other flu, this strain has its unknowns. 30% of the deaths are in healthy people with no underlying problems.